What's up, guys? Pypo here, bringing you a video today. We're doing a BG in Twin Peaks, one of my favorite BGs to play as. Twin Peaks WSG, those kind of flag cap maps, usually pretty good. Unless you're playing like really, really shitty teams. You're probably asking also why am I wearing a headset. It's been listening to some stuff recently, so I thought, fuck, I'll just do a BG real quick. Not listening to anything. I can literally take them off right now because they're doing nothing. I don't know what it is about headsets. Every now and then I just get comfy. I get comfy with the headset on. I'm like, man, my ears are warm. It's nice. I like what's happening right now. And I like it, so, fuck it. I don't really give a shit too much about looking weird with the headset on. I used to record with a really chunky G35 headset, and at that point in time, I was like, man, I look fucking yuck city wearing that huge ass headset. But these ones aren't too bad. Kind of like small white ones, Suki's headset or two. But I do want to talk about this video today. Something that's happening right now. Blaze storms, no blaze storms going on, but something that's happening in Sydney right now that you guys might have heard of, depending on how aware you are of the internet, I guess. Like if you're watching like something like Reddit or something like that, it's the front page. It's the top of the front page right now. But basically in Sydney CBD, there is a, as of recording this right now, a hostage situation going on that I recorded the video this morning and there was nothing going on, and then I went and checked Reddit while rendering, and then immediately something started happening. I was like, what the fuck is this? Suki actually let me know about it when she was at work. It's basically a hostage situation as of right now happening in Sydney. And basically what's happened is they have 10 or more hostages held in a cafe in the Sydney CBD, and a lot of people were actually messaging me or tweeting at me asking if that was near me or if I was okay or what's going on, where Suki is. A lot of people asking if Suki's okay and stuff. Me and Suki are not in that part of Sydney. We're very close to it, and I used to actually catch the train a lot of times to Central Station, which is in the middle of Sydney and is actually very close to where it's happening. But we actually don't live near there, so it's not actually really affecting us as of right now, as of just yet. But I just kind of wanted to talk about like this weird situation. I've seen a lot of like I've been watching a live stream basically where the news station is live streaming any updates or anything that's going on. Something that very rarely happens unless there's like a serious situation going on that makes them basically do a live stream or a continuous news updates about something that's happening. And as of right now, the people that are holding the hostages there haven't made any demands or anything like that. Nothing's really going on. But I wanted to talk to you guys. It kind of like sparked my imagination up a little bit about why people do this sort of thing and what's happening. And I don't want to get into the whole religious standpoint. And at this point, actually, they haven't even really. No one's taken claim for this. No one's actually said why they're doing this. It's not even been claimed or anything. So I can't even say it's for religious reasons or political reasons. I don't know what the word is to use there. So yeah, I can't really make any assumptions, but I can still talk about the act itself, and that is taking someone hostage, or many people hostages, and then actually, just holding them there for this amount of time. I think it happened at 10 a.m. this morning, or around 10. It's currently 3, so it's been a long freaking time since it actually happened, and there still hasn't been made any like demands or anything like that, which is just fucking strange to me. Like, it's weird to think that people would do something just for the act of either attention, or they would do something like, usually they have some kind of, not usually, they always have some form of purpose, unless they're a psychopath. They're just doing it for fun or some shit, you know what I mean? But usually it's for definitely some form of purpose. And I just wanted to talk to you guys about like the effect it's having on Australia, which is actually, it made me like kind of happy. Which is, a lot of the times I see on the news something happens, and the news stations and stuff like that, they like to show like distraught people or like sad people or people who are scared and frightened, and they're very emotional about this situation that's happening or whatever the fuck, you know what I mean? And our flag is in their base race. Let's go right there. But something that made me very actually happy about the coverage of this, as well as like on my fellow Australians like fucking reaction to it, was the fact that none of that, I haven't seen any of that. I haven't seen any of that whatsoever. All I've seen is like factual information. There's been no like fear mongering, I guess would be the word to use. There hasn't been like, oh my god, this is happening, like what are we gonna do? There's just been factual information given to the people. This is what's happening, this is what's going on, this is what we know. And on top of that, everyone seems very calm and collected about it, which I fucking love. Like, because usually this sort of thing happens and it's like it's a panic, shit's going on, no one knows what's happening, everyone's frightened and scared, and it's like, oh my god, what, the world's ending kind of thing. Whereas now, as we're handling it very calm and collectively, and I fucking love it, because it's like, this is what I mean when I want to talk about what they want to do from like doing these sorts of things. And 9 times out of 10, I think they do it just for the reaction or the fear, or they want to make people afraid to do certain things. And as much as I've talked shit about Tony Abbott in a few of my videos and how much I don't like him as a prime minister, he handled the situation very, very well, and like actually seemed super calm and was just like, Australians, man, just fucking go about your normal day and act like, you know, it's not happening. Obviously, don't go to the actual area in which this is happening, and there's gonna be some trains and certain things that are like disrupted and that sort of stuff. But just go about your normal day and just don't let this kind of stuff get to you. And it's like, thank you for handling it in that kind of way, because that's just, to me, that's exactly the way you're supposed to fucking handle it. Because that's exactly the opposite of what I don't want to call them terrorists, because yet again, I don't know if they're terrorists or not, but it's exactly what they want. 9 times out of 10, they're just doing it for the reaction. They're just doing it for the fear mongering. They're just doing it for that sort of like situation to get. They want it to be big, fucking huge news, and everyone's talking about it, blah blah blah. And it's crazy to me, like that's a thing. By the way, you know what else is crazy? Beating out a disc priest for weeks and getting nowhere is also crazy. I can't believe, like, he's a guardian warrior, so his DPS isn't gonna be like super high. But this is just a one disc priest with me, a warrior, and it was a rogue earlier as well. All beating on one fucking priest, trying to get him down, and he's still not going down. I'm gonna kill him right now. We should actually finish him off, hopefully. I'm gonna put out a bind shot as well. I'm trying so fucking hard to get this guy to die. Please, finally, Jesus. That was like, if anyone wanted to tell Blizzard why disc priests need to be nerfed, just show them that clip of me and a warrior beating on him for 18 weeks without any kind of fucking, like, effect in any way. I mean, the only, like, saving glory for that was that disc priest doesn't really have a good way of healing to max. Like they're very good at like sustaining health and, you know, not taking too much damage, or like just making sure their absorptions are really, really high. Like that's the thing that they do really good at. But at the same time, they are actually pretty bad at like getting people from a low health to max. So I found, and sorry just to get off the top, that's all I really wanted to say about it. Like I don't, again, because like I have the exact same viewpoint of like that whole terrorism bullshit. Like just don't give them any attention. Like obviously as a country, as like people, you need to stand together and whatever, but just don't give it like that much attention. They don't deserve it. But yeah, anyway, basically the one thing I've learned from doing PvE on my disc priest, like the leveling, I've done a lot of dungeons and stuff, and I've gotten to level 95 right now, and I got to 95 basically from just dungeons. I did a few quests to get the gear score that I needed to enter the dungeons, and then I've just been doing dungeons. That's all I've been doing with Suki tanking. And it's been really fun, but something I've noticed is that it's hard to keep, like, not only the tank, the group at, like, max health. And I don't know if it's because I'm disc, because I remember something, like, Blizzard said something along the lines that they wanted to switch up healing and make it changed to, like, a situation where no one's ever at max, and make it more like fun and the fights more interesting for healers and stuff like that. And because of that, I don't know if it's disc. I don't really just come out and say like disc is shit or like not good at like pulling up heals and stuff in PvE. But at the same time, it's like I don't know if that's what they were intending for. Like I am constantly healing in dungeons, like constantly healing, and I usually don't have mana issues. But if we chain pull, or if there's no CC and Suki's just chain pulling, eventually, yeah, I'm gonna run out of fucking mana, and it's gonna be like a huge issue where I just can't keep my mana's gonna run out. Like, and that's, I don't like. I see people healing at level 100 in PvP, always max mana. Like they never run out of mana. I know what that is. I assume it'll change for me as well once I'm max or closer to it. But as of right now, it just seems like, man, I am absolutely trying to keep people alive, and it's hard as a disc priest. I don't know if PvE is more holy or something like that, but I've been sticking to disc just because I plan on PvPing and PvEing when I hit max. So I'm just kind of sticking to one thing to be like, you know, this is what I do now. Like trying to get that shit done. And they've got 2 flag caps so far. And the whole reason I got these flag caps, by the way, guys, is just these healers. These healers are so overpowered, man. Those bubbles, like as you can see here, like I'm talking shit about having no mana in PvE. This is a disc priest in PvP, and she hasn't lost any fucking mana. Like it's just not a thing in PvP. I don't think to have mana, like a resource problem. And it used to be like a thing, like warriors would have to judge or, you know, manage their fucking rage and like have a lot of rage for execute dumps and stuff to get people to die, that sort of thing. Or like healers used to have to watch mana. Back when I played a healer in BC and Wrath, healing mana was a huge issue, and I often did matches where no one would die, and it would literally be who's mana out, who's got the best mana regeneration, who can handle getting their mana back during this fight. And that kind of just is gone. I can't say I hate that. Like I kind of like when you've been in an arena that lasts that long and it gets to a point where you're like, holy fuck, we've been in this fight for like 18 years. Obviously, you're like, man, I can kind of just, I really just don't want to be in this anymore. Like, the fact that we have to wait to man out, it's fucking annoying. So that's kind of the stem of why I don't really like doing healer 2v2 anymore. Or even 3v3s. I like the playstyle of running in, smashing the fuck out of each other, and then being done with it. You know what I mean? That's what I like. Even playing double DPS against healing teams can sometimes last for, especially if I've recently been playing with a Red Paladin. And Red Paladin off-heals, man, are fucking fantastic. They keep me alive, keep him alive for ages, do whatever the fuck he wants to do, and it's not an issue. Whereas you watch some matches, say if I played Hunter Rogue in a 2v2 setting, all of a sudden, like, it's either literally like we're dead or like this is just lasting like a billion years. Like we either die or we kill people. Like that's pretty much the way that goes. Luckily for us, the Red Paladin has the flag right now, which means he can't bubble. And if we can get him away from his healers for a second here, we might actually be able to get him down, which would be good. But the healer at the back here is going to be a pain in the ass. I'm just going to go on the healer, I think. He'll like interrupt. Even though I'm not doing any DPS to the flag carry, at least I can lay down some interrupts, some stuns, some stuff like that. And hopefully that'll enable my DPS to be able to kill him. I just fucking disengage behind the thing that got me stuck immediately. I hate whatever that is where like collisions happen when you're DPSing and then you're doing stuff and then you just run behind something, bam, stuck. I recently was leveling with Suki in Frostfire Ridge, and there's a fucking spot in a canyon where there's like bones and lava lakes and stuff, and behind one of the bones was like a quest item, so we both go behind the fucking bone, right, to get this thing, and we just both get stuck immediately, and we literally fell like through the wall, and we were like through the wall for like ages trying to find our way out, and then we spent like the next 20 minutes trying to see if we could bug anything. I don't know if anyone else does that, but when I find a bug, I immediately see like, not if I can exploit it, but more so like I want to see if there's anything that can make of the bug. Like if it's bugged, and I'm like, well, I wonder if we can go all the way under this, or we can make our way through here. I just want to explore the bug, because sometimes bugs lead to really cool stuff. Like there's those bugs in like Orgrimmar where you can like go under Org and then fly up, and you find like a memorial or like a chair thing like underneath Org and like a secret room and shit like this. Like there's cool stuff like, and obviously like Medivh's graveyard underneath Karazhan. Cool stuff like that you can only glitch to. I don't even know if you can glitch to it anymore, if they fixed it or not, but there's the cool things that I've done in the past. Obviously, GM Island is another one. I glitched to GM Island once with a friend of mine, and it literally is just an island with a building. Like I don't know what I was expecting. Obviously, back in vanilla, it might have been a lot more, and there might have been some GMs on the fucking island, obviously. But these days, it's just an island. There's just a building there. That's all it is, and it's not really worth the amount of effort. Like, it's nice to be able to, like, blaze someone. It is nice to be able to blaze someone. It's nice to be able to say that I've been there and, like, seen it, and I've been to GML and that kind of stuff. So it's almost worth it just to be able to do that. But at the same time, it's like, man, it was completely pointless as far as, like, just time wasting goes. I mean, if you're really bored, maybe I completely trapped the wrong one there. It's so hard to trap. I don't know if I've talked about this in a video, but I fucking hate that Hunter CC is the only, like, non-castable CC. What I mean by non-castable is, like, I can't cast it at someone. I can't be like, here, I'm going to target you, you're CC'd right now. Like, I'm seeing you, I'm going to CC you right now. Obviously, it's nice that, like, they want to change it the way CC works and stuff like that, but it annoys me that I can, for instance, throw a trap down, and say it hits or it misses, they can see where it's going. They probably, if they're good PvPers, can predict a trap, and if you're versing something a warrior, he puts a spell reflect, he jumps on, and all of a sudden I'm trapped. If you guys weren't aware, traps are now spells, so they can just be reflected on you. So I've literally had where I've usually webbed someone or like bind shot someone to stun them so I can trap them more efficiently. And I've been in 2v2 where I've done that, and the moment I do it, a warrior, he intervenes, he does something, and then all of a sudden, bam, he jumps on it with spell reflect. I've just trapped myself. Like, it's so annoying because he doesn't have to preemptively, like, because of the flight time and the fact I'm not casting it at someone, it means anyone can just go and pick that up. Anyone can just go and be like, I'm going to jump on that right now and get it done to save my healer to do this. And, like, if we do it and he doesn't even spell reflect, if we're going the warrior, obviously that's going to fuck up our DPS. And it's just annoying because, like, obviously there's priests out there dropping fears that just they immediately fear someone or something like that, or there's sheeps being thrown out and you just target someone in sheep, then warlocks casting fears. Every single other, like, form of CC just you just throw out something. It's like, why not just make it so I can look at someone and do the same animation? Sure, I don't give a shit, but make it so I can target someone and throw a trap, just to make it a little bit easier for me, because it's really rough, and I hate the way that like people can just completely negate CC by just predicting it. Like, obviously they're good players, and like they should be rewarded for being good players, but it sucks that I'm not being rewarded for playing well. Even it's just the class I'm playing. It's like, oh, you want to CC? Don't play Hunter, because it's gonna be hard to CC. Like, if you were playing a Warlock, you just drop the fear, you'd be fine. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Let me know what you think about the topics in this video. Have a good day, video. I'll see you next.